Hey, welcome to another lap guide. This week we are at Dragon Trail Seaside in reverse on number 2 and we are driving the Group 4 cars. I think this is a really fun track to drive and it will give plenty of very good racing, I think. This lap guide is in the Audi TT Cup, which is very stable, easy to drive and therefore relatively easy to make consistent lap times. These FF cars are very understeery and I'll give you plenty of tips to help you manage that. The brake balance is set all the way to the back, so +5, which will help rotate the car while we brake to get into a corner. Okay, let's start the lap guide. Move your car to the right side of the road. The first braking point is at the start at the black and white curb or at the cones if you use the cones. Brake hard for a short time, make use of the curb, and as soon as you start turning in, slowly release the brakes. Therefore trail braking into this corner. Go for a late apex, roughly where that cone was, and accelerate out as quick as you can. Here I have to have a little lift in order to make the corner properly, so there's a bit of time to gain for me here. Make sure to touch the curbs with your left wheels in this corner. Alright, here we go, the dash chicane in reverse. It's actually a lot easier than going the other way. We're not going to brake for this one. I start turning in as soon as the curb starts. Turn in and I lift here completely. I coast. See, there's no throttle nor any brakes and just let the car roll. As soon as you can accelerate and use the curbs on the exits of the chicane. So I've seen people accelerating up all the way to the start of the chicane. And you can do that, and this is definitely where you can make time. You can see I have a bit of space left, meaning I could have gone faster. Move yourself to the right of the track. Again, the braking point is the start of the black and white curbs or of the cones. We're going for a late apex here. You can stick to the middle of the road. When you brake, you go all the way to the right side of the road and turn in as soon as you can, letting go of the brake slowly, so trail braking, and make sure you connect to this curb. Just go half throttle first and then step on it as soon as you can. We also stick to third gear because that all minimizes understeer. And let your car run wide on the exit. Maximizing exit speed on this corner is very important because of the long straight following. Stick to the right here and now let the car move to the left side of the road. From the 50-meter board I start steering into this blind apex and we do a little bit of a lift. By lifting, the weight of the car shifts to the front and therefore it has a bit more grip on the front wheels and you can steer a bit better. Stick to the right side of the road as much as you can and slowly throw it into the left-hander. Shifting back to fourth gear again puts more pressure on the front wheels, allowing us to stay to the left side of the road in order to throw it in properly into this corner. And you might have to do a quick lift. So we sacrifice speed on this corner, stick to the left in order to get the next corner a bit better, and we can accelerate out very quickly. Make sure to rev out the fourth gear as you're going uphill. Next braking point is at the start of the curbs again. We're going to brake in a straight line for a bit at full braking power, and as soon as we turn in roughly where the cone is or where the orange barrier is, we let go of the brake slowly and start turning in. You can go back to second gear for a bit more rotation, but make sure before you accelerate you're in third gear. You can see that I could have used more of the curb on the entry and I've used plenty of the curb in the apex. It's full speed from here and now the last couple of corners, which I think are the most difficult of all of this track. Once again, the braking point is just after the black and white curbs. Brake hard for a short time and trail brake into the blind left-hander. The main concern is the second corner, not this one, and therefore we're again sacrificing speed. Put two wheels as high up on the curb as you can, which gives you the widest entry point for this corner. You can put your right wheels on the right side of the curb and accelerate out as quickly as possible. So once again, we're sacrificing speed in the first corner in order to get a better exit in the second corner. This again is important because of the straight following, and we want to have as much speed as we can on the straight. Stick to the left side in order to make the line to the finish as short as possible. Now let's have a look at that at full speed. So I stick on the left side of the road at the start of the lap in order to have minimal steering input to get into this corner. Try to go for a late apex here, roughly where the cone is. Accelerate as quick as you can. On the straight here we stick to the right side of the road just to make the line to the next corner as short as possible. Okay, a few deep breaths here. We're going to go full speed. A lift here, you can accelerate until this point if you're brave enough. Use all the curbs. Brake at the start of the curbs here. Go for a late apex, nice and smooth. Accelerate out quickly, as smooth as you can. So by going half speed, half throttle first and then full throttle, you stabilize the car, you get less understeer. If this lap guide was useful to you, make sure to leave a like. And if you want to be notified as soon as my next lap guide is up, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Don't die in this corner. Happens plenty of times, and you'll see it in the race as well where people completely overcook it. Keep your car straight while braking before you turn in and you let go of the brake slowly. Once again here I stick to the left side of the road so the entry into the next corner is with minimal steering. Stick to the left side as high on the curb as you can. Dip your wheel into the gutter there and accelerate out as quickly as possible. So I've got a little bit more time left to gain, so that's what I'm going to try now. Be a bit more brave on the chicane. I think that certainly will give me a few tenths. And that is it, a lap around Dragon Trail Seaside in reverse in the Audi TT. Good luck, and I'll see you in the races, guys.